Hey everyone, we're back here on Tolan, and today I just thought we'd do a little bit of a mining run. And we're just going to use this, well, let's pull it up. The Z20 has a pretty reasonable depth for, there we go, almost 600. And pretty low level you can start using it. And if we're able to hit some resources, maybe we can do a little bit of a crafting run later on down the line. We'd like to do that texture one they have going on, but I think it's the aquic texture that uses two different minerals. We'll duck through this little back alley here, and we'll kind of just shoot down this area. What do we hit here? Oh, a little bit of Ute. And the cool thing about Tolan is all the materials are used for something. That doesn't mean it's valuable, but at least there's not something you hit that you're like, well, there's no use for that. Well, let's set a waypoint down here so that I can kind of measure the distance we've covered. Since we only want to drop one every about 100 meters or so that we don't get too much overlap. And I've heard good things about this desert area as far as materials go. And so we'll just kind of see what we can scare up. Well, so far not a real auspicious start here. A little bit of Listerium, and let's see what we got for the energy resource we hit. I think we're going to have to climb this hill. We can always summon if we have to, but definitely the preference is not to. Oh, Nawa drops. And this section over here is good for tree harvesting as well. It's probably the main tree area, I would say, here on Tolan. Which is important if you want to do that weekly coloring mission, in which you do 500 basic butt joints in order to get... I'm not sure the pet amount, but the reward's coloring skill. Which is kind of expensive to work up. Plus, you can pop a whole bunch of furniture blueprints while you're doing it. Which is neat here on Tolan, but on Cyrene you can pop all of those collectibles that are used for the armor and plate upgrades. I'm not sure about the armor. Plate upgrades for sure. Alright, let's see what we got this time. Some more Yud. And some more Listerium. Oh nice, so here's where the Dahar Young got moved to. Well, these are nice because they're, I think, 180 or 100 hit points, and so they're nice to, if you're into swunting. These are like the next step up from the baby tabs and the entry-level Guardian Village mobs. It looks like that guy's aggroed on us, so when he finally runs at us, we'll go ahead and put him down real fast. Till then, we're going to move along. Yeah, a little while back they revamped and kind of consolidated mobs so there were less mixed spawns and more 1 to 2 maturity level zones. Or 1 to 3. Anyway, they group the mobs up so you can kind of hunt the maturity more you're after. Oh, nice. Size 11. And so this will take a second to pull up all this Melkai water. And you can see from our skill bar over here that we don't have a lot of skill in regards to this. And so this is nice because it's going to work us up a little bit. Hopefully not too bad of losses. Which in turn will qualify us for different mining machines that hit different depths. And we didn't have any Melkai water, so let's kind of see how big this size 11 hit really is. And by that I mean in pet value. Well, this was a nice hit. I mean, obviously not enough to global, or we would have seen the little spirally and the trumpet noises. But a 20 pad hit is definitely nothing to sneeze at using an unamped mining machine. Ah, there we go. Almost 29 ped in materials. So yeah, a nice hit for us. That'll help us kind of take away from those early hits where we didn't get anything. And we'll experience that again. You know, the cycle being what it is. Let's see. This is what I was talking about it being kind of a tree harvesting area. More so in this area. And then it's kind of sparse here, and then there's some more here, and moving down. But once we get down here, you start running into mobs pretty often. Oh, and up here, there's some on this island. And then a smattering other places. A little bit more Listerium. Some more Dahar Young up out here. I know they kind of moved some of the mobs out of here to make this a little more miner friendly, which we're definitely noticing. Oh, that one's bigger. That's an old. A little bit of acid root. I think that one might actually have a little bit of markup. Most of the stuff we've hit so far does not really. Well, it has a little bit, but not much ever gets sold. Oh, that does not either. Let's see if we can kind of snake through this mob populated area a little bit. Without triggering too much aggro. Oh, looks like we got one following us already. So Grab up our Listerium here. Which, if we don't use the Listerium here, we'll go ahead and take it to next island to do that, the daily texturing reward for crafting that Lesser Elysium. A little bit more Nawa drops. Oh, now we're getting into the stalkers and whatnot, so it kind of seems like as we go south through the desert here, we're getting to different and higher level maturities of the Dahar, which will be good when we go to work on that codex. Oh, that guy's aggroed on us. Alright, let's continue this run a little bit. still hoping to hit a little bit of that. I think it's aquic and zircon are the two that we need for that texture. I think the mission was called Textile School or something to that effect. A little bit of zinc. And so we're hitting a bunch of Tolan specific, but then we're also hitting a little bit of the common Calypso ores and whatnot. A little bit of cave sap. And that does have some good markup as we're seeing. Oh yeah, now we're getting into the Jeep Kahars. Or Kahirs. And so we'll try to work around those. And these guys have a little bit bigger aggro radius, so we're going to try to not aggro them. And we're going to put our armor on just in case. This is just our pixie armor. We're just trying to mitigate a little bit of the damage. Well, that one aggroes, we're gonna have to pack a little bigger punch than that little electro chip we looted when we were doing those Argon Aatroxes on Rocktopia, I think is where we picked that one up. And we're using it because I just like to burn through a lot of the stuff we get for the skills and whatnot. Keeps us well-rounded. The Ignisium, which I think is a Calypso ore, and this Golly is definitely Tolan specific. But Ignisium has pretty good markup currently. I mean, it's okay all the time, but extra good at the moment. And this one doesn't look like it sells very much. We're going to try and scoot around these guys. Although, I think we're going to rapidly get into the part of the map here that has pretty decent mob density. So let's see if we can kind of swim around them. That way, if they attack us, at least we can drown them in the lake here. Oh, looks like it aggroed us. We're going to try and dump it in the lake here, because that looked kind of high level for us. Oh, ooh, yeah, 70. And there we go. And so we want to be far enough inland that we have a reasonable amount of land we can hit with a drop, but kind of close enough to the water's edge that we can drop any aggro mobs like that that we happen to run into. Our other option is to throw down a vehicle, which is what we'll be doing the last few drops here. Or yeah, and we'll kind of leapfrog over these guys. I think it's going to be a little hard to path through them. See what we got here. A little bit of Listerium. And a little more Mamnoon. And then over here is that event area for the Jeef Kahirs, which we're definitely going to try and avoid the actual event area. A little bit more of that Mamnoon. Although it's going to be kind of close, that guy might aggro on us. Alright, we're going to try and split the difference between these two mobs. And hopefully aggro neither one of them. Oh, but that guy's definitely aggroing. Ship down. And away we go. You see that green tree is a harvestable tree as well, and so there's a couple along this shoreline. And then kind of make our way to Sandy Shore South here. Maybe get one more drop in along the way. 2 more drops along the way. A little bit of Morrow Stone. It's the first time we've hit that today. Alright, we'll get one last drop at that 100-meter mark. Oh, too close to the teleporter. Not going to let us mine there. Alright, so that's going to wrap up our mining run for today. We hit a few things in the desert. Not the aqueduct that we were after to do that texture, but maybe we'll have better luck next time. I hope that everyone's having an amazing day. Stay epic.